All right, and we are live. How's everyone tonight? Hope you're all doing good. I see this is an owl is already here. Welcome, welcome to you as always. Up to 83 follow moshers. Nice. Welcome, welcome to you, and welcome to everyone else who may or may not already be here on this Monday evening, where we are going to be playing some Mario Kart for the first time in a while. Hello, Meek.
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
Meek up to 75 as well. That's also a good number. Also, slowly starting to creep up on the road to 100 with that one, aren't you? How are you, Meek? Hope you're doing good. One thing that happened, one thing that I realized just before I went live, is apparently Alcatraz Festival, a festival that myself and Meek are going to. I think that's the fastest that someone has ever gotten the title reference. By the way, thank you, Meek, for that. But as I was saying, Alcatraz Festival, which we're going to in a little less than a month from now, apparently their timetable is live. I haven't been able to get a proper look on it yet. I could theoretically just do that on stream. I don't know if that would be interesting to watch at all, though. Like before we get started with Mario Kart, if that's something you wanna do, if we wanna like react to that on stream, I'd be down to. But I don't know if that's an interesting thing to watch. But yeah, let me know. You're gonna look, Meek? Okay, nice. I'm already like mentally preparing myself because I know there's gonna be a couple of really bad overlaps in there. That's almost a guarantee with festivals like that for me, which always irritates me a little bit. But at the same time, I kinda, I get it. Like it's impossible with that many stages to not have any good overlaps if you have like at least a somewhat varied taste. Sometimes even within similar subgenres, you get overlaps. So hopefully that's not going to be too bad for me this year at Alcatraz. Well, it's my first time at that festival, but still, you know what I mean, right? But yeah, if you Meek, if you want to look at it on stream, I can look at it on stream, and we can hear like my live reactions to it. We can hear me getting annoyed at what overlaps are gonna happen, because that's almost a guarantee with those kind of timetables. Do it? All right. You know what? We're just we will do it. We will do it. First of all, though, I hope everyone's had a nice weekend. My weekend was for the most part pretty chill. On Saturday I went for a little city trip to Amsterdam, which was fun. Although I will admit, Amsterdam isn't really my kind of city. I really enjoy going to cities, but Amsterdam isn't really my favorite, to put it mildly. But I still had a good time. Saw some I visited some fun shops. Didn't really get anything. Didn't bring anything home, but that's okay. There was still a lot of fun stuff to see. So that's still good, right? That's still good. Hopefully everyone else has had a good weekend as well. And with that, I think, hold on, let me figure out the best way to do this. If we're gonna look at the Alcatraz Festival, I think I want to just go to this scene here. Let me see. Hold on, let me try and pull it up here real quick. By the way, in terms of Mario Kart, if you want to join in, you can do so via !FC, and sending me a friend invite, or if you already have a friend request, or me and your friend list, I should say. I'm just gonna go into random lobbies, and just doing that. So you can just join me using the online play thing. But let me see. Let me pull up that Alcatraz lineup, or that timetable rather. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's in a pretty decent position already. Anyway, as well. That's good. All right, let's have a quick look through this then, because this is going to be a very exciting festival for me. So you know, as you can see, this is going to be the Thursday. It's a 4-day festival. So let us see what's going to be up with this. It started. So the Thursday is kind of like from what I understand, it's kind of like a pre-party day. It has less stages. I think it has less. It just has less of anything. It starts later, so I see that like Warbringer here starts at 6:10, and that is one that I already want to see. So so Meek, we're gonna have to make sure that we're like all ready and good to go by this time. That we have like the camping stuff set up and everything else, because by this time we would want to be on the like on the festival terrain. So let's see. We have Warbringer here. System A, they overlap with. I don't really know them very well. Let me scroll through this. Ex-Hoarder, that's going to be great. Let's see. Evil Invader. Oh, I already see a slight problem here. Okay. Evil Invaders, for those who don't know, is my favorite band. My personal favorite band. This is going to be the 21st time that I see them. To put that in a little bit of perspective. Hi there, Catherine. This is the Alcatraz timetable that we're looking at the moment. So apparently they just revealed it. So we're just having a look at it to see if there's any like really bad overlaps and whatnot. How are you doing though, Catherine? But yeah, Evil Invaders is my favorite band basically. Ooh, getting close to 50 follow mushes there, Catherine. Nice. So so yeah, it's gonna be the 21st time that I see them, which is exciting. One problem here though is Violent Sin is getting put in a really awkward spot here, but because Violent Sin is like a really good like speed/thrash metal band, and they're getting sandwiched between two other speed/thrash metal bands on the other stage. So that is a little awkward. I will say that's not the best in my opinion, but we will take that, I guess. We will take that. I'm gonna have to run from Evil Invaders to Violent Sin back to Overkill, I guess. Fine aside from your upper back. I hope that thing recovers quickly, Catherine. I'm doing good though. Thank you for asking. But yeah, Violent Sin being here is a little awkward, but I think we can make it work. I do want to see both of like all of these bands, so you know. Ancient Rites slightly overlapping with Overkill. That's not great, to be honest. But I can deal with that. I don't mind like missing a part of their set, to be honest. All right, let's go to the Friday. Let me see. Okay, so it starts at 11:20 in the morning Friday with Blaze Bailey. So we're gonna have to get up early, Meek, on most of these days. It seems like. Well, we have to do that anyway because of the breakfast buffet thing. But yeah, Blaze Bailey, that is one that I want to see at 11:20. So that's gonna be interesting. Okay, whoops, not go too fast here. I already see a bunch of problems here, to be honest. So we have a huge array of overlaps here that I'm gonna have to deal with. 3 Inches of Blood and Coffin Feeder. Fully overlapping, pretty much. That's a bit of a problem. Then we have Coffin Feeder and Chemicide overlapping. Chemicide and Harriot overlapping. And then Harriot and Winterfilleth overlapping. That's a lot of overlaps in a very short period of time. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. At least there's a bit of security that I don't need to be bored until like halfway through the afternoon. So that's good, I suppose, but yeah, all these overlaps here. I just realized you can't see my mouse. Let me turn that on real quick. Capture cursor. Is it there now? Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. So, but yeah, this little string of overlaps here, I'm not a fan of personally, but it is understandable. Are you, Meek? Are you? I guess I mean, Coffin Feeder is like, they're a deathcore band, so yeah, that does make sense. I'm going Coffin Feeder in this situation, by the way. Just so you know. But yeah, these are not fun overlaps for me. So let me scroll on. Here we have a big heap of names that I don't particularly care about, so this is going to be a good time to have some food and visit the markets and whatnot, I guess. Then we have... Okay, Dying Fetus has absolutely no overlaps, so that's good. Well, for me, they don't have any overlaps, I should say, so that's good. Let me see. Up Soon, no overlaps, that's also nice. Dark Angel, same situation. Wasp, I don't particularly care about for this one since we already saw them not too long ago. Hypocrisy and Duel fully overlap. That's kind of awkward, but I'm probably gonna just go to Hypocrisy there. Because, I don't know. Like, Duel is one of those bands that I would like to see sometime. But not over a band that I, like, actually actively listen to, you know what I mean? So that would be a Hypocrisy for me, for sure. Oh, this is not the best either. Creator and Abath overlapping like this, and overlapping with Slomosa as well. That's also not the best. I appreciate that they're putting all the black metal bands at night, though. At least seemingly, they're putting the black metal bands mostly at night, which is a good choice, to be honest, because you know, at Into the Grave we had one of them, and they were they were just in the middle of the day, and it just doesn't work as well. So that's good. That's good. Creator and Abath overlapping, I don't really know what to do with that. I think I'm just gonna stay at Creator until the end of their set in this situation. And then I guess Slomosa is just gonna... Like, Slomosa I'm just gonna have to skip, probably. Who were they? Slomosa, you mean? Well, we did see them at Into the Grave. So that helps a little bit. And I don't know what Abath, the black metal... Abath is the black metal band. But yeah, Abath is... I don't know what kind of set Abath is gonna play here. To be honest, if it's an Abath set or if it's an Immortal set. If it's an Immortal set, then that's definitely where I want to go. So I need to like check that out. I need to look at the site for at one point to see what that is. Let's move on to the Saturday though. Let me see. It already starts at 11:20. These early couple of bands I don't really know much about. I'm just gonna probably check them out to see what they are. Science of Algorithm could be fun. The first real interesting band here is... Oh, I already see some problems here, by the way, but Neobliviscadis, I'll probably check them out for like a couple of minutes. Just to see if, just to see what the hype is all about around them. Knife being here without any major overlaps is good for me. Vulture and Beast. Fully overlapping, that is an issue for me. I'm not a fan of that. I need to consider my options on which of those two to go here. I want to say probably Vulture, because I haven't seen them as often. But we get to that problem when we get to it. Rivers of Nihil, those guys are fun. Probably wouldn't stay for their entire set anyway, so any overlaps here doesn't really matter. Psychroptic, not really having any big overlaps for me, that's good. Vader here. Vader overlapping with Wolfmother is kind of an issue. I think I honestly might go to, like, I might skip the last half hour of Vader then to go to Wolfmother in this situation, to be honest. Oh, well, actually, it's only 15 minutes based on this. But yeah, Wolfmother is, I don't think I've ever seen them before, so I wanna make sure to be at their set, probably. No overlaps with Suffocation for me, that's good. No overlaps with, no real big overlaps with Black Dahlia Murder. Extreme. I'm trying to remember if I've seen them before, but I wouldn't say at their entire set anyway. Which is good because Candlemass is here, and I want to see Candlemass. Avatar not having any real bad overlaps, that's good. I mean, they fully overlap with Leprous, who I'm not really a big fan of. So that's a simple issue to solve there. Obituary and Whiplash fully overlapping kinda sucks. That's kind of a problem, but I'm gonna go to Whiplash in this situation, I think, because I like them better, and I haven't seen them as often as I have as I've seen Obituary. So that seems like an obvious choice, right? I will say so far, there's a couple of pretty bad overlaps, but it's not as bad as I was afraid of. So that's good. Okay, let's go to the final day then, Sunday. Let me see. Majestica, Avulsed. Lots of Majestimas here. This is starting to look like... Why is my game just suddenly silent, by the way? Oh, there's the music again. Okay. In any case, lots of Majestim being here is... this is fine for me. I don't really need to see Pestilence's full set. So we can see what we do with that when we get to it. Oh, this is... Here's a really bad one. Forbidden and Guttalax are pretty much fully overlapping. That's really... Cobra Side is here as well. Which, they're also fun, but these two overlapping, that's a big problem for me. So, Guttalax overlapping with Big Destroyer seems kind of silly, by the way. Why would you have two Grindcore bands overlapping with each other? That's weird. But yeah, this is... I'm probably going to go to Guttalax, but this is a bit of a problem for me, to be honest. I need to think about what to do on that. Let's see. Here we have Terrifier. That's going to be fun. Terrifier slightly overlapping with Kerry King. That's a bit annoying, but we can deal with that. What else do we have? This is all stuff that I'm not super familiar with. So I'll probably just improvise a bunch there. Dimmu Borg here. They don't have any big overlaps. So that's good. Emperor being right after them. Okay, this is a little early for Dimmu because they're going to be playing... it's still going to be light. For their set, most likely, which isn't the best. Emperor being here is good, though. This is a better time. This is a good time for Emperor. A lot of black metal days on this day, near the end of the day, apparently. Which you can see here because Rotten Christ is here as well. Rotten Christ is I guess, going to be our headliner for the festival. Meek, I can guarantee you, this set, Meek, is going to be way better than the Into the Grave one was, just because it's at night. That's gonna, I promise you, Meek, that's gonna make a world of difference here. That's gonna make this just work so much better. But yeah, that's essentially the timetable. That's the one you meant. Ah, fair enough, Meek, fair enough. Yeah, that's the entire timetable. Honestly, not too bad. The worst overlap is probably Forbidden and Guttalax. That was... Where was it again? Let me see. It was on the Sunday, right? Oh, here. Forbidden and Guttalax. That's a really bad one for me. That's probably the worst overlap on the festival for me. So I need to kind of take my options into consideration here. But let me get rid of this. All in all, not bad, to be honest. Not bad. I feel like I could spend most of that time, most of that festival, like really making sure to see the bands that I want to see. And with that, let's start some karting. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, Meek. It's gonna be a really good festival. Like I said, I've never been there at all, so I don't really know exactly what to expect yet. Who do I want to play as today? I'm just gonna do the Red Yoshi because why not? I need to pay some attention to everyone's names, by the way. Making sure that there's nothing, like, too edgy going on. I say as we just saw some of the band names that are on Alcatraz. But you know what I mean, right? So at this point, we pretty much just have to wait until we can join a race. So let's just do that. Again, if anyone wants to join me, you can do so via the friend menu on Switch. But yeah, that Alcatraz timetable is honestly looks like it's gonna be really fun. Most days have like a good gap at one point as well for us to go like have dinner and explore the terrain and that kind of stuff. Maybe just go to a couple of bands just for no reason because then I can add them to my list on the road to 1,000 bands. Because that festival might get me a long way to 1,000 at this point. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one, to be honest. It's gonna be a really good festival. I'm excited for it. I didn't even mean to do that wall trick there. Apparently the race is gonna start soon. I'm not seeing much of that yet. Ah, there we go. I'm gonna go random here. So, from my understanding, there's like a 30-70s chance on whether you get a like a normal race or an intermission race. I don't know exactly how that works. How do I want to try and get that coin up there. I messed it up. No, to get that, I imagine it's just via the wall thing here. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh, we're getting an intermission race. It's not? Really? Really? Hello, Shy Babe, by the way. How are you doing tonight? Good to see I'm not the only Yoshi here. A little bit sad to see that we're driving away from one of my favorite circuits in the game, though. Okay, despite poor sleep. Ooh, honestly, I know what that feels like at the moment. I've been, like, with this heat the past couple of days, I've not been sleeping the best. So tell me if you want to know. We can, I think, Catherine, we could probably do that later, because it's unlikely that I'll end up accidentally running into that one again today. I mean, these little intermissions where you have like 10 seconds to drive doesn't really provide for enough time to really figure everything out, does it? Oh no. I will say one thing I've noticed in this game a lot is because of how chaotic everything is, I care a lot less about like getting good finishes, you know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I'm just along for the ride at this in this game, rather than actively trying to win everything, as I was in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Which I guess is a good thing, in a way. Well, it kind of depends on how you see it, really. This isn't a very full lobby, is it? That I got a bullet bill in P10. This person with the red shells directly behind me. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think there might only be like 12 people here or something. What would be the best way to use these? One kind of problem, I guess, with doing these intermission tracks is that you can't really get yourself accustomed to the track that you're driving on. So most of your most of the stuff that you end up doing is like it has to be pretty much fully improvised. I'm glad that Kamek that decided to not hit me didn't give them a character that I didn't have already. That would have been annoying. Oh yeah, it was only a 12-person lobby. Not the best start to this one, but we'll take it. Hopefully the lobby fills up a little bit more, though. Oh yeah, so it's like 30 seconds between races. That makes sense. I thought I could land on that, to be honest. Let me see. I'm gonna vote for another random here. Oh, look at this position here. Are there really only 6 people here at the moment in this lobby? What's going on here? Did everyone see me and just decide to leave? Is that what this is? That, yeah, you would almost think so. Look at this lobby. What's going on here? I'm sure this is going to be a very eventful race with a whole 6 people in it. It is if I drive like that, though. I don't know what like good shortcut spots are in this on this track. I'm not exactly a very competitive player in this game, as it seems. So I do find myself in P1 at the moment, but that's I doubt that's gonna last very long. Although in a lobby that's this small, it could happen. Not if you get that though. I know. I see what everyone's doing. Everyone's riding the sides here. Well, everyone except for me and this Bowser Jr. here. Oh no. This lobby is going to grow even thinner after this race. Because everyone's going to be like, well, there's only 6 people here. I'm gonna leave this. I'm going to finish last place here. I'm not very good at Mario Kart anymore, am I? Somehow I asked someone right at the finish line. Well, everyone here is like 2k points higher than me as well. That also doesn't help. How do you see it, like the list of people? Oh, it's right here. That's one I already had. Yeah, more people are leaving. I'm gonna do the same here. I'm gonna change lobbies. I don't think there was anyone from chat in here already anyway. So we're gonna redo that real quick. And hopefully I don't get a lobby like that again. This is a little fuller. All right. Let's see in the meantime if I can find some of those coins then. Because I'm pretty sure when you're online, the P-switches don't exist. I think I get that correctly. Probably a little bit more actively try to actually find things, shouldn't I? At this point, I just don't know where to search anymore. Lobby is slowly starting to fill up. Would be nice if we get a few more, though. All right. I forgot that the D-pad does things like that. I really like this, the music selection that they have in free roam. By the way, all these like reimaginings of classic Mario songs. I really appreciate that. I'm not gonna eat this because that's gonna turn my Yoshi in a different color, and I want him to stay red. Hopefully that race that they're all in isn't gonna take much longer. Is there like not a way for me to see where they are? Oh yeah, they're in Sky High Sunday. Let's see if I can find them. I did see some people driving over there. Just had a race here as well. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. I wonder though, can I see everyone else driving here from this? I don't see anyone yet. Other than, you know, those NPC carts, I suppose. I do see a question mark block though. I wonder if I can get to that real quick. I think I see a way to do it. Yeah, hold on. I need to go a little bit further away for this. I messed it up. I messed it up real badly. Okay, never mind. We'll go back for that one later. This one I already have. I've voted nothing but random so far today. Oh yeah, there's a few more people in this lobby. That's good. Over to Cheap Cheap Falls, another intermission track. Let's get going. Right, that was a decent usage of those mushrooms. Hopefully I can keep some momentum going. Why did I still run into that car when I was a ghost? That was a little confusing, not gonna lie. Ooh, that ghost over there threw the banana directly at me. Oh, look at this. Yeah, see, this is the kind of situation where it's like, you know, doesn't really matter too much to me anymore what happens in this one. It's a good opportunity for a big shortcut here, though. Bit unfortunate that I still crashed out, though. Really? Ah, come on. All of that, and then you just get hit twice and you're right back where you were. Gonna make the most of this. Well, that ghost is gonna steal everything here. Or whoever that other person was that got in front of me there. Oh, no. That one was on me, I will admit. All right. I feel like I should have waited for that golden mushroom until a little later. Even when you're not with 24 players, there's still... I feel like there's still a lot more going on than there ever was in previous games. Or is that just me? Maybe it's because I'm a bit more just stuck in the middle of the pack all the time in this one. That probably also plays a bit of a factor. Ooh. Right, steal some more spots here at the end. I think I got to 7th there. Yeah, I did. Nice. I'll take that. I was playing with my friend Mad Bro the other day, and he was consistently so far ahead of me all the time. He must play this a ton more than I do. He was. I saw on the bottom of my screen there, by the way, that Meek had joined. So hello to you, Meek. But yeah, we were in a. I think we were in a 20-person lobby, and I kept being like 14, 15. While he was getting podium finishes. And I was like, man. I don't know if I just lost my skill or if I never had it to begin with. But it was, it sure was a humbling experience. In a way. As this lobby is slowly starting to get close to full. By the way, I do have my, because of the heat that's going on, I've now put my fan directly next to me. Which means it's like 30, 40 centimeters away from my microphone. So if it's audible on stream, it shouldn't be. But if it is, feel free to let me know. What track are we even driving to? I wasn't paying attention at all. Oh no, I'm not Red Yoshi anymore. Alright. That was kind of risky there, but because I had no idea if I was actually supposed to go that way or not. But it seems to have paid off for now. Didn't last very long, though. Didn't last very long. This music that I'm hearing right now, by the way, is that actual music for the track already? Or is that... Yeah, I think this is just free roam music that we're hearing at the moment, isn't it? So it's going to transition into the actual music when we get to the track. What is going on here? All right. So we get some good usage out of all of this. Oh, that red shell right before the finish line. That undid everything I did with those items there. That's unfortunate. But we're alive. We're in 11th. And we just move on to the next. Part of me kind of wishes that these little intermissions would be a little shorter, but I guess in random lobbies, it makes sense to have them on this length. We have here. I'm gonna vote. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep voting random until I see like one of my proper favorite courses in the game. I actually got my random vote, but it was still just Dandelion Depths, which was one of the options anyway. I'm not a fan of the fact that these lobbies keep thinning out. Why does that? Ah, that was a horrible start. Why does that keep happening? I like the Mario Bros. 3 music that's going on here, though. Or is that Mario Bros. 2? No, I think it's... Yeah, it's Mario Bros. 3. The boss fight music in that game. Oh, really with that? Really with that? Okay. Whenever stuff like that happens, it's really hard to recover from. Wasn't able to get an item there. Oh no. I'm getting piled up on here. I don't think that was a good move to do. Oh, hello there, Meek. Grab as many of these as I can. And on we go. Didn't mean to let that rip so quickly. Ah, really? I was getting hit from all sides there. Which tends to happen a lot in this race, apparently. Recovered a little bit at the end. Somehow these placements are still good enough for me to gain points. I'll take it. I don't really exactly see how though, but you know. Perhaps I just shouldn't question it. I do wonder though what's causing these lobbies to grow so thin. This kind of makes me feel like there could be something on the wall there. Oh, Boo Cinema. That's one of my favorites, so I'm gonna vote for that. I imagine Meek is voting for Moo Moo Meadows on this one. You can't see anymore who's voting for what. But that's would be my guess. Oh, we're getting Mario. That's Mario Circus, right? Yeah, it is. As we still run on a pretty thin lobby. But we carry on. Ah, there it is. Thanks for testing that, Catherine. And of course, thanks for redeeming that as well. As we continue on... Ooh, yeah, something was bound to hit me there. There was a lot going on around me. I want to try and get back to Red Yoshi. I forget what item causes that. Like what food type causes that. Ooh, that Pauline must be very annoyed with me right now. I think that was a Pauline that happened with. Meanwhile, my crash out there was just my own fault, wasn't it? Ah, really? Horrible timing for me, that thunder. Look at how far back I dropped. I was in like 4th place and now I'm in 12th. And now I don't have an item yet either. I need something good from this. Ah. I need to figure out a way to get properly better at this. Because I know I can just say that it's like largely luck with this game and it's like it's all the chaos and whatnot. But if it was just that, I wouldn't be consistently placing that low. So it's me as well. As I noticed that, I think Meek was driving into, like, directly into a pipe there. I shouldn't say much, because look at what my character's doing. I'm just gonna vote for Boo Cinema again there, by the way. Without much luck yet, it seems. Because we both go to Bowser's Castle, and based on the placement of that, we're not going to get Boo Cinema as an option for the next vote. Which is unfortunate. I'm gonna enjoy these 5 seconds in P1 for as long as they last. Ah, thank you, Boo. Appreciate it. That was a bad input on my end. I didn't even lose because of an item there. I just lost P1 on merit there. Oh, Meek's ahead of me out in... I think Meek was in P1 there for a second. Nice. Oh, she is right now, it seems. This is an interesting race. Ah. The shell's getting thrown right at me. Couple of things hitting me at once there. Ooh, that was a close hit. That boomerang just stopping my red shell right in its track. I like how with those lava spots, you can be a little risky with them if you have mushrooms. That was the worst hit that could have possibly happened there to me, by the way. I'm pretty sure I'm in last place now. But that thunder that happened right after saved me a little bit. Well, it only saved me like 2 spots in the end, but still. Better than nothing. By the way, hold on. Let me check something here real quick. Give me 1 second. All right. Just wanted to make sure of something there real quick. I wonder what voting options we're gonna get for from this one. You know what? I'll vote Airship Fortress. Quite a few people are voting that, it seems. Oh, getting a mirror track as well. Mirrored Wario Stadium. That's gonna be interesting. Why is there one character that's just cow? Meek, did you get disconnected for some reason? You got, oh really? That's annoying. This online definitely isn't without its flaws still. Which I guess was to be expected. Because you got a new... Really? I feel like that shouldn't cause that, to be honest. Though I do know that this that the online in this definitely does have its flaws. So it wouldn't surprise me if something so simple could cause such an issue. Are you able to rejoin at least, Meek, or is it not letting you? You got an error directly? Really? I don't know. It's hard to say because, that could have been caused by all kinds of things. I really need some practice with this game. I'm not sure if that was the best way to go there, but it helped a little bit. A P8 finish? That's honestly decent for my doing here tonight so far. I'll take it. Oh no. Oh, I see a question mark block there. See if I can figure out how to get to it in these next 10 seconds. I think I see a possibility here. Ooh, yeah, I got it. Nice. All right, that was good. That was good. Glad I was able to hit that. Ooh, and I see a coin here as well. I don't think I have enough time here to figure this one out. I think I see a possibility, but I don't have the time to do it. Yeah. I see that Mika's back here. Someone else must have errored out there because there's now a Mario CPU. So the servers aren't very stable tonight, it seems. Maybe that's why we keep getting these small lobbies. I just lost myself out on a good start, I think, yeah. That Pauline tried pushing me into the chain chomp there. I hope I just gave this person in front of me a free character, because I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones that I still needed. That's a little annoying. This Kamek character unlock system is not very good, in my opinion. Because there's a bunch of characters still. How do I get hit and then end up in P1, by the way? But, yeah, there's a bunch of characters that I feel like I could potentially be maining, but I just don't have them yet. So I can't. Then again, Yoshi is always a good option. Ooh, I see Mika over there in front of me. I jumped on Mika even there. Oh no. If only I was able to unlock the Monty Mole there, or the like whatever it is that those wrench guys are called, because I think they have slightly different names if I'm not mistaken. He's gonna let this rip. Didn't do anything for me. I think people are probably, by this time, I haven't played the game a ton yet. By this time, a lot of people, I would imagine, have probably already just gotten too good at all the wall tricks and all the skipping stuff and whatnot. I feel like that could be the case. I really do feel like that could be the case. In the meantime, let me respond to something real quick. But yeah, I definitely need more practice with that kind of stuff. Go random here. Is this gonna get me picked up by Kamek if I just jump here? Or not by Kamek, but by Lakitu. Yeah, there it is. These lobbies keep thinning out tonight on me. Only 12 people. That was a really bad play by me, whatever it is that I did there. I think that jumping on the railing that I did there caused more problems for me than it helped me. That's kind of an issue that I've been having with this game so far. Whenever I try to be fancy, it ends up slowing me down more than anything else. Or maybe I need to like figure out in what situations I should do that and in what situations I really shouldn't. Ooh, nice. Less nice. I can P6 here for a while. Maybe my issue is just that I try to play this game like it's Mario Kart 8 a little bit too much. Because of how used I am to that kind of gameplay. Does that make any sense at all? I feel like that makes sense, right? Yeah, I figured I was gonna get passed by a lot of people there who had mushrooms. So I'm not too surprised with how that final corner happened. The final two corners, really. You're going for a walk? All good, Meek. All good. If that's the case, then I'm going to exit out of this lobby real quick. To see if I can get a better one. I shouldn't pick that Yoshi. I should pick this one. Hope you have a nice walk though, Meek. But yeah, as I was saying there, I keep getting into these lobbies that have like not that many people in them. Which is kind of something that I would like to try and prevent. That's not what I meant to do there at all. This is, once again, only half a lobby, basically. Oh, my Yoshi here is in an interesting spot. I was cruising around here with no real direction, which I guess is kind of what the point of this mode is. Where are they? Where are they driving at the moment? Let me see if I can find that out. Ooh, they're at Peach Stadium. Okay, let's warp over there. See if I can see some of them. There's always a funny thing I've noticed is that you can kind of like run into everyone's ghosts when you're like when they're driving, but you're still in the waiting room, basically. At least it makes it so you don't have to spectate for however long, because that was never the best. How is that not a trick off of this? There we go. Where's this gonna put me? Ah, just on track. Kind of wondering if there was going to be a question block in there, in that little flower thing. But no, there wasn't. It does look like they're done, though, with their race. And the lobby has slimmed down even further. Why does this keep happening tonight? What's going on with that? I'm starting to find that really strange. That every time I enter a lobby, it suddenly, like, halves. Like, there's only 9 people here now. These lobbies are not having me tonight. I already saw some, like, semi-shortcutting happen there. I don't know if those were actual shortcuts, though. Since whoever did that didn't seem to really gain much from it. That figures. At least I was able to troll that Waluigi there for a moment. Ooh, that dinosaur, though. I almost just jumped directly into the mouth of that dinosaur there. I wonder what would have happened if I actually landed right in the middle of that. I probably would have just gotten a like a glitchy crash out animation. I had to guess. I went right into that bomb there. The stage hazards messed me up quite a bit there. Minus 41, really. Oof. Yeah, when I was in that between phase, it almost looked like there were a couple of people actively getting errored out of the thing. So I'm kind of starting to wonder if there's maybe like some server issues going on tonight or something. Wouldn't surprise me at this point. What are we voting for? Gonna go for random on this one. As I do most of the time. But yeah, with these random lobbies, part of me just kind of wants to do like those elimination tours or something. Because I'm pretty sure at least there the game makes sure that you're in a full lobby, right? The only downside with that is that no one can really join you between within these races. So that's a bit of a downside then. Not really sure what to do with that. In the meantime, though, good evening, Scuffed. Same as usual, I'm guessing. Except the Monday variety of that. Yeah, pretty much, Scuffed, pretty much. The heat is really... It's a lot today. It's a lot. It's worse than it was yesterday, even. Which I was honestly not expecting. That was not a good usage of that box for me, to be completely honest. What's everyone think on me switching to knockout tours after this race? Because at least that way you get proper lobbies. I hope at least. Since I don't know what's going on here, but these like 9-person lobbies, or I think even less at the moment, aren't really doing it for me. Although we did just get the first podium of the day, so that's good, but in such a small lobby, that's not as impressive as you would want it to be, you know what I mean? So yeah, how do we feel about potentially going into a knockout tour? Because this, people are dropping like flies here. I'm just gonna hold on. That means I have to take the FC out of the thing real quick. But we're just gonna try a knockout tour and see what happens. See if it brings me a better lobby. Hopefully it does. Yeah, see, now I immediately got a full lobby. That's the kind of stuff that I want. So, since we don't have too many people from chat joining at the moment, I feel like I might as well just do this, to be honest. Because I feel like that's just going to be more fun. It's a really good mode as well. Which also helps. Alright, I think I need to be top 20 on this lap, right? Or on this section, really. Currently we are that, so let's keep that going. This feather item, I feel like it's just not a very good item in this game for the most part. Unless you're able to make like a really good dodge with it or something. But for the most part, I don't really see how that feather item is all too useful in this one. Ooh, got caught up in a bit of chaos there. I want to try my best to stay in. Oh no. Kind of having me worried for a second, but we're good. Okay. We're good. Now we need to be top 16. I was in first place for like a moment in this one. That was a really bad fall. And on we go. Somebody threw a blue shell there, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Whoever was P1 there got dropped really far back. I was able to take P1 there for a split second. Oh no. I'm gonna hang on to these, just in case. Not for too long, but for a second, until we're past the finish line here. Alright, we're in. Through to the next round. Was able to dodge a lot of chaos there. But I shouldn't speak too soon. Back over to P3 we go. I seem to be doing relatively decent in this mode compared to the normal racing. Ooh, come on. Don't mess with me here. Alright, we're through. We made it through. Not by much, but we made it. Let's see. I think this is the point where it's gonna get really tricky to make it further through. I'm gonna try though. I don't think using the feather there really helped me much. I don't think using the feather anywhere helps you much. Not quite the usage that I wanted to get from that. But we're good for now. Top 8 is what we need. That might throw me off pretty badly. We will see. Oh no. I'm gonna be honest. We made it there. That triple mushroom right at the end there really helped a ton with that one. With helping me get through it. Getting top 4 here though, that's gonna be hard. Hopefully I can make it happen, though. Because being able to finish the knockout tour is almost like a victory in and of itself, you know what I mean? At least in online it is. Oh, wow, I made it. I clutched that right there at the end. I made it to the last lap. Nice. Those triple shells really worked wonders for me there. So I'll take this as a finish because I feel like on merit I shouldn't have been in lap 6, to be honest. Oh, we take it. Yeah, I'll take the P4. That's fine. Because I feel like I honestly got really lucky with that last lap. So I'll take it. Might as well just do another one of those, right? Since that's definitely a ton more fun so far than the normal races have been. I'm not even sure why I'm trying to go here with this driving. I do know I'm gonna go ahead and not use that. Let's see, the Golden Rally. We got a lot of AIs for this one, so I guess that's one of the ways that it makes sure you have 24. It just kind of fills it up with CPUs. Although I'm pretty sure last time we only had one of those. All right. First major issue, I'm not getting enough coins. That's always been a thing I struggled with for some reason. I don't really know why, but I always just fail to make sure I get enough coins. Though I think the way coins work in this game is a little wonky. But still. Also, notice how in one lap I went from P2 back to like P23. Over to like P4 again. That just goes to show how chaotic this game is. If all of that happens in stage 1... Oh, really, with that? They must have had, like, a lot of coins or something when that happened. To be that much faster than me on the railing. Oh no. Getting pushed off track there. Is this the same circuit that we had last time, by the way? I'm now realizing. I feel like it might be. This feels like a risky strategy, what I'm doing here, but it worked. It worked pretty well. Got me all the way up to P4. Even if it was only for a little bit. Yeah, in a lot of ways, this does feel like we're on the same route. I'm not sure if that's actually the case, though. But it kind of feels that way because we've done these exact courses last time. So it wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. I need to be within the top 12 at the moment. Okay. Right as I mentioned it, I dropped below it. Ooh, I need to hurry up a bit here, or else I'm going to lose out. I think I'm going to lose out here. Yeah, that's it. Unfortunate. Had a really good race there. In the last one. In the last knockout tour, but not quite as good for this. I'm just gonna move on. Only made it halfway that time. We got a full lobby, not quite. Ooh, yeah, there it is. That's what I like to see. Also, me driving continuously into cars, apparently. Tiny rally this time. Okay, that's definitely a different one. We're starting at Boo Cinema. This actually looks like it's a fun rally. If only it didn't start on the outside of Boo Cinema. Really good start there from myself, by the way. But yeah, I wish it would. I wish it would start on the inside of Boo Cinema. That was bound to happen. It's honestly kind of crazy. Some of the skip shit that you can do when you're in Knockout Tour. Or when you're in an intermission race in general. Are you serious? It's gonna be that way, huh? If that's gonna cause me to lose on lap 1, that would be really annoying. But luckily, we're still in. Unfortunate that I didn't get any items there. I need some good item luck here in a few moments, I think. If I want to have a shot. I'm not sure if this is really that good, to be honest. It might be just enough. Ooh, I think it might have been enough. It was dangerous there for a moment, but we made it through. I almost got tossed right off the side of the track there. But two really close calls there in a row. That doesn't help. Big mushroom might be really useful here. Okay. Slowly creeping up into a decent position. And then that happens. And that. Ooh, that banana placement. That's a really unfortunate banana placement for me. There wasn't much I could do about it. Oh no. Yeah, that hit there. That hit there, I think, cemented my race. Even, especially if I get hit another time right after. Yeah. Unfortunate. I could have had it if it wasn't for that shell. I like how I get to the lap 6. The first time I try this. And then I go out in lap 3 twice in a row. By the way, if there's people who want to actually join me, let me know in chat because I would need to go back into normal races for that to happen. If I'm not mistaken, because I don't think in Knockout Tour there's really a good way for you to join each other. Ice rally this time. Let's see how this goes. It's an ice rally, even though the last rally that we did seemed to have more ice-themed tracks in it than this one. Although maybe I'm speaking too soon here. Not the best start to that one. Hopefully we can recover soon. I'm not the only red Yoshi in this lobby. Nice. What was that little sound when I threw the blue shell? There was a little sound effect there that sounded like I parried something or like something along those lines. Not really too sure what that was. Well, that wasn't the best way I could have taken that turn, but it was decent. Although getting flattened immediately doesn't help. Especially when that puts you in the danger zone. Luckily, I was able to get out of it, though. On merit as well. Nice. I always enjoy the Super Mario World spin jump sound effect when you flatten people with the giant mushroom. Ooh, what was that then? That red shell hit me from the front. That was weird for a second. I'm falling into a dangerous position again here. Danger is definitely not averted here. Ooh, I wasn't able to get an item. I think that might have been... I think that might be what does me in here. Yeah, because now everyone's just gonna pass me left and right. Because I don't have anything. Yeah, that makes sense. I was 17th there, I think. Ah, that's annoying. Go to the next one. This really continues my my classic, like, my own little trope of getting a really good attempt on the first try and then not getting anywhere close to that for a good long while after. We'll try and grab this question block though. If the game decides to let me trick when I'm trying to trick. Why is it not tricking there? Why is the game not letting me trick there? That's annoying. Alright. I guess we're not doing that. But let's get going again. All right. Up into P3 we go. Up into P1 even. Let's see how long that's gonna last. Ooh. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Oh, is that not a new character? Apparently not. Alright. It's nice to not have like a super close call on the first lap for once. Although it looks like that's not gonna quite be the case for lap 2. Made some good use of that there. Not grabbing an item there isn't the best, though. I shouldn't have let that rip immediately. I think we should make this without too much trouble. Yeah, there we go. Right after, problems ensue immediately, though. Good opportunity for a big skip there. That's nice. As I turn blue. I'm really lucky I didn't get hit by one of those green shells that was there. Then we got hit by something else right after I mentioned it. I need to focus here a little bit. I need to make sure on the next set of item boxes that I get a double item. Of course. All right. Oh, you can throw those backwards as well. I didn't even know that. Those Hammer Bro hammers. Apparently you can throw them backwards. All right. We made it into lap 4 again, finally. Okay, let's see how far we can take it. As I become White Yoshi. Ah, really with that? Okay. They're coming for me here. That Bowser can't tell me that that wasn't on purpose. Ooh, this puts me in a great position. That thunder timing was fantastic. And that gets us right into lap 5. I feel like I would have gotten to lap 5 without the thunder there, but still. Can never be too sure. Some P1 for a split second there. I think I went by so quickly that I didn't even get the little crown animation. I knew there was a boomerang there. I couldn't quite tell if it could still throw it another time though. Coin block when you almost have maximum coins isn't the best either. There's a close fight at the moment for who gets to stay in for lap 6. I'm really hoping I can make it through. Ooh, this is looking solid. And into lap 6 we go. Now I need to make sure to make the most of this. I don't know how to do the skip in this track. I have to be a little careful. Ooh, come on. All right, nice. We won that knockout tour. We take those. We take those. Thank you for the claps, Catherine. Very nice. After a couple of really bad attempts, that's one that I can be really happy with. Nice. Bit annoying that it happened during an ad break, but still. Look at this, though. We take that. And there were only 2 AIs in there as well. Hi there, Meek. Welcome back. We just won a knockout tour. I'm not sure if you saw it or not. But, oh, you did see? Alright, alright. I'm in knockout tour at the moment, though, which does mean you cannot join me right now. If you wanna join me, though, if you wanna race together, let me know, and then I'll go back into normal races again. But I was getting a little annoyed with those lobbies. Ah, fair enough, Meek. Fair enough. Okay, all good. I was getting a little annoyed with the normal lobbies having like 0 players in them. So I went to do this instead, because here you always have 24. Plus, this is also a really fun mode. And I'm not just saying that because I just won one of those tours. Because I had a couple in a row where I got eliminated pretty early as well. Got no focus left? Fair enough, Meek, fair enough. Hopefully you can rest up a bit for the rest of the evening then. So many speed boosts here. Yet it only got me to P10, P11 even. That was a little awkward there, but we made it work. That thunder. I was really slow there for a second. I'm not sure what happened there. Because unless that was still the after effects of the thunder, which I guess I could see being the case. I tried to pull a shortcut there because I saw everyone else doing it, but I messed it up. I'm still through to lap 2 though, so that's good. Ooh, that blue shell very narrowly missed me there. Am I taking like a slow path here? Is there even a slow path for this? And because I can see there's 3 ways to go here. Can't really tell if there's much of a difference between which of them you go with. Was able to get a decent skip in there, even though I wasn't entirely sure where I was going. Not getting an item there might be detrimental to my chances of making it through here, though. Hi there, Lemur. How are you this evening? Oh no, this is close. We made it. We barely made it. All right, into lap 3 we go. Is this the new Mario Kart? Yeah, it is, Lemur, it is. Mario Kart World. Oh yeah, that's understandable, Lemur. It's very warm for me here too, especially here in my game room where I'm sitting right now. It's 29 degrees in here. Luckily, I have this fan pointed directly at me, which makes it a lot more bearable. Without this fan here next to me, I would not have been able to go for this long. I'm glad you're doing well, though, Lemur. As I'm hoping to make it onto lap 4. Oh no, that's a bad hit right there. I was in a pretty decent position there for a moment, and now I'm not in a good position. No, I just lost it. That was a bad turn by me. Yeah. That one was honestly, if I didn't turn into the gravel there, I might have been able to barely squeeze that one out. Ooh, nice, Lemur. Was yesterday not as hot for you then? Because for me, it's like yesterday was the same temperature as it is today. It was a little bit less? Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Also, I think that might be the case for here as well. I haven't been outside at all today, so I'm not entirely sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if today was a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Luckily, tomorrow it should be a little less so, which is good, because tomorrow I actually have to go outside. Multiple times, even. So hopefully we will be able to make that work. That's a future Joe problem though, because right now we're karting. All right. I guess, well, tomorrow evening, I'm going to a concert tomorrow evening. So that's going to be hot no matter what. Because, you know, those small concert venues, they always sit at a ridiculous temperature. Ah, no. Like, it's gotten to the point where I never wear my my battle vest anymore to concerts. Because it's just too warm. Luckily I was able to spot that potential shortcut there in time. Because look how far along it got me. Not that it matters when you get hit twice in a row immediately. It does feel a lot. I think Catherine mentioned this to me a while ago, but it does really feel like one hit impacts you a lot more in this game than it does in most other games, which makes sense, I guess, with there being twice as many racers. Too warm for style. I mean, to be fair, Lemur, you can still have some style while dressing against the heat, right? I'm in a bad spot here, by the way. Although I wouldn't consider myself to be particularly stylish. But still. Ah, yeah, that makes sense, Lemur. For me, a lot of the time, it's just, you know, I just wear a band shirt and then whatever pants are appropriate for the weather. So when I go out to the concert tomorrow, it'll probably be shorts. We will see. Ah, yeah, that makes sense, Lemur. I will say I've been wanting to kind of, like, experiment a little bit more with, like, with my style, in a way. But I want to get, like, in a, this is bad. I want to get in a, like, at least slightly better shape before I properly start doing that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna be out here. There's no way I'm making this. Yeah, that wasn't happening. All good though. Early eliminations happen as well, right? We got one win in there. So I already take those. Are you talking about those fancy glasses that you have, Scuffed? I technically need hearing aids, which is similar, but I just kind of choose not to be honest. Because quite honestly, it's too expensive, and because I'm like fully deaf in one ear anyway, it doesn't really have any proper effect. The specific hearing aid that I'm supposed to have basically like uses a transmitter to like transmit everything that goes into my right ear, which is the deaf ear, and to transmit that through to my left ear. And at that point, I'm like, why even bother? Because then I still can't hear, like, if something is happening on my right. Because it'll seem like it's happening on my left. Right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay, like, over 1K for that. Plus, I was born with my right ear like that, so you know, it's not like I'm not used to it. But yeah, that does sound annoying, Lemur. To be fair, Scuff, didn't you get like a specifically more expensive version so that it properly worked well? Or was it just the model that you got a relatively expensive one in? Well, both are expensive. It's like the cost of that stuff is ridiculous. Regardless of what you get. So much going on there in just a few moments. Was that the gold shell that somehow hit me from that Luigi? Yeah, I suppose so, Lemur. I suppose so. I'm glad my eyesight is one of the few things that that I didn't get horrible genes in. I think I just screwed myself over there. Oh no, I still made it through. I see, Scuffed, I see. Reset, that's insane. $360 per glass. Like even if you did, even if that is a very like fancy variant that you have, that's still crazy to me. Why eyesight, hearing, and dental are not part of like basic healthcare is beyond me. I mean, I know why it's not part of it, but that doesn't mean I exactly agree with it. Let's just put it that way. Can't get the basic ones because they stick out from the side a lot. You mean like specifically on the model you have, or in general? I still got the double there. That's good. Oh, we're going to the DK track. That's nice. That's my favorite track in the game. Well, actually, are we going to it? Because it looks like we're just driving below it. Never mind then. Oh, I see, Scuffed. I see. Fair enough. Those are around 100 per lens. I see. The fact that myself and Scuffed are in the Netherlands probably also makes some sort of a difference for that. Because from my experience, most things are just more expensive in the Netherlands than they are anywhere else. I don't know exactly where you are though, Lemur, so I'm not too, I can't make too many assumptions on that, but still. And then Apollo AMP won there somehow. Usually pretty close correlation between price. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. A huge part of that is why myself and Meek were going on a vacation in September, and we initially just wanted to do something like close by, you know, that was just kind of chill. But it was so expensive, so I started to look internationally, and just every single option that I could find was so much cheaper than staying in the Netherlands. Even when you're like factoring in driving costs and all that kind of thing, it was still so much cheaper than staying in the Netherlands. So now for that vacation, instead of staying in the Netherlands, we are now going to Paris instead in September, which is kind of crazy. To be honest, the fact that we're just going to Paris, which is like a 6-hour drive from where we live as well, and even factoring in like driving costs and everything else, we still end up running everything cheaper than we would have if we stayed in the Netherlands. Yeah, exactly, Scuffs, exactly. I heard like a coworker of me talking about, oh, I'm gonna get dropped out here because of that. That was really unfortunate. But yeah, a coworker of mine mentioned that recently to me, where like he went to Greece because like it was genuinely cheaper than anything within the Netherlands. So he just flew over to Greece instead. And I'm like, man, it's crazy that that's even how that works. And that hit in the final corner, depriving me of lap 6, is really annoying. But we'll just move on, and we'll try again. I will keep that one victory that we got today with me though, in my heart and in my soul. We got one of them. But yeah, at that point, myself and Mika are almost at the point of like, why would we ever do a vacation within the Netherlands anymore if that's how that goes? Last year was one of those cases as well, because we went to Belgium. We went to Antwerp for a few days, and that ended up being surprisingly affordable. Even just Germany is better. Germany is also really affordable, to be honest, in my opinion. There's a specific park in Germany that I would like to go to at one point within the next few years. Also, I do think that Germany has a lot of really good holiday destinations. And yeah, like we've already mentioned, compared to the Netherlands, it's also just genuinely cheaper. Like there's a pretty well-known chain of holiday parks. That's like in the Netherlands, in Belgium, France, Germany. Any of the non-Netherlands parks, no matter what you do, you'll be cheaper than if you stay in one of the ones that are in the Netherlands. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm not flat. Yeah, that too. Although I will say, Scuff, to be fair, I think the Netherlands is a very nice country as well. There's a lot of great things to see and to do in the Netherlands. But at the same time, also most of the interesting things in the Netherlands you could just do as like a day trip. You know what I mean? You don't need to do like a whole vacation about it. At least from where I live, pretty central in the country. So most things are within reasonable driving distance. Best thing about Germany is driving there, yeah? You enjoy destroying your cars on their horrible roads, Scuffed? I know what you mean, Scuffed. And for the most part, I do agree, actually. Although I will say it gets a little bit obnoxious sometimes there with all the Baustelle everywhere. That gets a little frustrating. Ooh. No, I'm gonna lose out. I'm gonna lose out. Yeah. I was P17. I think Lemur Scuffed has Android. Scuffed has Android, I think, in his car, which you can just change to any language you want, as far as I'm aware. Other countries don't care about your language. I see. I think if you have Android Auto, I don't know if it's called that in English. In Dutch, it's called Android Auto. But if you have that in your car, then you can just set that to any language. I think it'll basically just adapt to the language that you have on your phone. I think we can do one more of these, depending on how fast I drop out. The car itself can be changed as well. That's not 100% of the time the case, Scuffed, I will say. I know my grandfather, for example, he has a car from Germany as well, and he cannot change it. It's only German in his. He knows German pretty well though, so it's not much of a problem for him. But like it, not every car system has that for some reason. To be fair, I think he has like a pretty old Mercedes, so you know it's not too surprising, but still. I'm pretty sure the system that I have in my car, like the native OS that's on there, other than You know, it automatically goes to Android Auto, so it doesn't really matter. What's going on here? But yeah, it automatically goes to Android, so it doesn't really matter. But but its own system only has like a handful of languages, I think. Luckily, both Dutch and English are options in there, so you know, it's not too much of an issue for me. But still. Thank you for licking, Lemur. I hope whatever it is that you need to do goes well. Oh, amazing timing on that thunder. And suddenly I'm in P1 with a golden mushroom. I don't know how that happens. Yeah, there's a huge, I will say I mean, we do get the highest wages. Well, not the highest wages, but like the higher wages in Europe, I would say. But not to the point where it like fully compensates for how much more expensive everything is. Especially when you're younger, because there's a huge generational wage gap as well. Like to the point where you're almost like, how is it even possible that some people make that much more than I do just for being 5 years older? If anyone can guess the reference in the title, though, it was already guessed once today. Ooh, no. I was trying to get the slipstream off of that Koopa Troopa, but I got the hammer. I got the hammer for my troubles. Don't make it too easy now. This one is this one is a pretty simple one, isn't it? I thought it was clever though, to be fair. Yeah, you got it scuffed. You got it. I mean, you didn't directly say it, but you know, I know that you get it. That was really helpful timing on those items there. Giant mushroom in P1. There's some crazy things happening in this race. Only a single mushroom, that's not great. I thought that Wario was about to drive off the track there for a second, which would have been good for me. just gonna stay right here. Just trying to try and make it into lap 5. There we go. Assist Wario is very consistently staying in P1 right now. Oh, well that helps. That doesn't. Gotta be a proper fight again. Until the very last corner. Well, if I do things like that though. But it's gonna be a proper fight, I think. To see who gets to go to lap 6. Not looking great for me at the moment. This is gonna help though. Oh yeah, that pretty much secures that I'm gonna get into lap 6, so there we go. Pretty short lap 6, this one. Ooh. I was trying to get rid of that red shell there. Wasn't quite able to make it happen, unfortunately. Ooh, can I make it to the finish in P1 again? Yes, we won again. Nice. Two knockout tour victories tonight. Very nice. It's a good thing I said that was the last one, because that's a great way to call it. That's really a great way to call it, isn't it? Ah, look at that. Nice, nice. Two knockout tour victories this evening. I'm gonna quit out of this. Because, like I said, this is what we are going to call it for the evening. So let me go in here. Thank you very much, everyone, though, for watching tonight. I hope it was fun watching some Mario Kart. It was definitely fun playing some Mario Kart. So I can tell you that much. Thank you very much, like I already said, for watching tonight. I appreciate it as always. Hopefully I will see you guys again on Wednesday, because that's when we're going to be continuing some Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you for the GG scuffed. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm going to a concert, so that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. As we continue on, I already know who I want to raid today, so let me see. Looks like there's good timing here as well, because Catherine just went live a few seconds ago. So let's all go over there, right? Let's all go over there with our classic raid messages. Let's say hi. I will see you guys again on Wednesday for some Tears of the Kingdom. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it as always, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. All right, goodbye.